Good afternoon, everyone. I am here on behalf of the Irish government. So I work with education in Ireland. As you can see, we have a stand inside. In advance, I'm going to offer my apologies that the presentation is going to be in English. I hope that's okay with all of you. My bahasa Indonesia is not good, so I think it'll be easier for you to understand me in English. So welcome. Let's just start. So as you can see, education in Ireland is actually a brand. It's the national brand managed by Enterprise Ireland, which is a government trade organization. We are headquartered in the ASEAN region. We're in Singapore, but we work in all the countries in the ASEAN region. Indonesia primarily is a very big, very important country for us. We have been very fortunate. We've had very many students going from Indonesia to Ireland, and I think some staying on, working there, and actually building a community there. So I think it's a very positive messaging for Indonesian students considering Ireland as a study destination. So, as you can see, Ireland is that small dot over there. It's really a tiny country, but the way the map is, you can see that we've positioned it to be in the center of the world. So we like to think we're in the center of the world. I'm sure many of you from other countries also think the same. But what is really nice about Ireland is the fact that it is easy for you to get to Europe and to the US quite easily. I mean, in terms of distance, it's not very far, but it is far from the ASEAN region. It is far from Indonesia. There is no direct flight. You have to take 2 flights. Most people travel to the Middle East first via Emirates. You go to Dubai, and then from Dubai you go direct to Dublin, or you may go through Europe, whichever you prefer. So as far as travel is concerned from this part of the world, yes, it's not that near, but once you get there, the distance is not such a big thing after you've arrived. So Ireland is a member of the EU, which is why we're here today. We've been a member since 1973, so over 50 years. Ireland is the only country in the EU that is completely English-speaking. So which means you study in English, you communicate with people on the street, at work, everything in English. All of the business is done in English, so you do not need to learn another language. Though there is another official language, which is Irish, and that is used in government, but government uses 2 languages. So all of the government documentation is always in English and Irish. But many Irish people themselves mainly communicate in English. So this is something that, if you are worried about having to learn another language, then maybe this is something that you can rest assured. Ireland is actually, the reason we put that information at the bottom there, over 1,800 multinational companies, is I will come to it later, but Ireland is a tiny country with about 5.3 million population. In terms of growth, its economic growth over the last 30 years has gone to the point where unemployability is, I think, a very, very high factor. So students considering to go to study in Ireland, that's one thing they look at, employability. Can they stay back and work? This is the thing that is very attractive. Hence the point about the 1,800 multinational companies. These are the big, big companies from the US, from the rest of the world, whether it's Asian companies, Middle Eastern companies. They have set up a European HQ, mainly in Ireland. So this is something that would be of interest to people who are thinking, let me see if I can start my career in an international multinational company. So that's the reason a bit up there. As you can see, it's a very, very beautiful country. Loads and loads of green. So for people looking to go to a country that is very party, that's not Ireland. If that's what you want, then maybe it's another country. If you want a very peaceful country, if you want a country where people have fun and they're very jolly, but they are definitely not one of those all-nighter type places, then Ireland is the place for people who are more in tune with nature and more in tune with kind of a modest, friendly lifestyle. You know, the kind of lifestyle which is quite good for students actually. So why Ireland? There are a few good reasons. One is, of course, world-class education. I think you would have listened to quite a lot of speakers so far today, and everybody would have told you the same thing. They have world-class education. You have to find what works for you. If you are looking at a particular area, that is, could be psychology, engineering, tech, whatever, you find what works for you. But we like to think that our institutions are world-class. All of our universities are in the top 3% globally in terms of ranking. But then we don't have very many universities. We only have about 7 or 8 universities and many other technological universities and colleges. We're a very small country. Diverse, multicultural environment, safe, friendly, peaceful country. Now this is very important for parents, especially families who are living so far away. They're sending their kids abroad. They want to make sure that the child is in a safe environment. And I think there is an index globally called the Global Peace Index. Ireland ranks number 2 in the world for peace. Now, whether peace equals to safety, maybe not in some countries, but it's very close. The fact that it's a peaceful country, I would say it's relatively safe. There is no country in the world that's 100% safe. I think we all know that, but I think this is pretty close, okay? And then global reputation for skilled graduates. And that's an area that I'm going to come to later towards my presentation, because I think what we are all proud of is the fact that graduates, whether you do an undergraduate or a postgraduate master's qualification, when you finish your course and you decide that you want to start working, you will find employers are very, very keen to hire you, because employability is a very big outcome from the education that you get in Ireland. So this is the Global Peace Index I was telling you about. So you can see we've been doing pretty well in the last 10 years. Now, all the qualifications in Ireland are government assured, government accredited. So our accreditation body is QQI, and it is benchmarked with all of the major countries all over the world. So I think you can rest assured that if you get a qualification from Ireland, you want to say, you want to come back, maybe come back home to work, maybe you want to work in Singapore, Hong Kong, anywhere in the world, you can rest assured your qualifications are recognized. We have a very wide range of courses. This is just a very small sample. We have a government database, which is at the bottom there. It's called Qualifax. Now that database basically is the most up-to-date search engine that we have. So if you have an idea what you want to study, or even if you're not sure about what you want to study, but you have an indication of that subject, just put it in the search engine and a list of programs and the institutions will appear. And that link is all clickable, so you can click on each of those links individually to discover more about the courses that are available. I think most of you would realize, say you are interested in business, for example, no 2 business degrees are the same. Different universities have got different course outlines for business. So it's good for you to just check on those sorts of things to see what is of interest to you. So in terms of universities, we have state-funded universities, we have an independent university, primarily focusing on medicine. And we have a foreign branch campus as well for mainly medicine. We have also another group of universities which are called the technological universities. Now the technological universities were formerly the institutes of technology, but they have now merged to become bigger and stronger in the sense that they offer way more courses in many more locations. So what is the strength of a technological university? The courses are very industry-led and industry-focused. So you have people from the industry who actually, have input into the cost structure. So I think this is very important for young people who are looking for programs which are very futuristic in terms of, employability. We also have a wide range of institutes of technology and colleges. Some of the colleges are private, but all the courses offered by them are recognized and accredited by the government. So you don't have to worry about the recognition of the courses because they offer courses which are accredited. They mainly focus on professional courses like accounting and other related finance management, those sorts of things which are professionally accredited. So in terms of world ranking, we have all of our universities, and the oldest technological university in the top 900. So that's roughly about the top 3% in the world. In terms of tuition fees, so this is a range of the tuition fees, and we have it in euro and US dollars. The living expenses is also listed over there, just for your information. Now, undergraduate courses are 4 years honors degree. The masters, though, are 12 months. So the taught master's programs in Ireland is only 1 year. While you're studying, you can work. You can work up to 20 hours a week. And during holidays, you can work up to 40. Currently, the minimum pay is €12.70 an hour for students who are looking to, do some part-time work. This is reviewed every couple of years by the government, so this is just to let you know what it is now. We have a scheme which we call the third level graduate scheme, basically for students who complete an honors degree in Ireland. You are given up to 12 months to stay back and look for a job. So it's a stay back visa for 12 months. You can use that time to look for a job, or to basically you just stay on in the country for 12 months. Many of them will use it to look for a job. Some might want to just stay on and do their own thing. But once you pass the 12 months, you cannot get an extension. If you haven't got a job in that time, then you have to go back. But master's students, masters and above, we give you up to 24 months to stay back and look for a job. So we, I think, very warmly welcome students who have completed masters and higher, who are keen to stay back and look for jobs in the area they've graduated in. You get up to 24 months stay back. So in terms of the area that we're focusing on, it's the fact that Ireland is very much a launchpad for careers. So it is one of the fastest growing economies in Europe. Skilled graduates, over 1,800 multinational companies and industry leaders in Ireland. So I'm going to go through about 8 different main areas. So these are some of the companies that we're looking at that have set up base, but it's a lot more than this actually. So the first one, MedTech. So medical technology is a huge area, growing area. We have a lot of industry-led courses. Our university research and government-supported R&D centers are actually driving the MedTech innovation. So anybody interested in that type of program at undergraduate or postgraduate level, Ireland is a very good country to come and study and stay back and work, because this is a very, very big area for us. The other big area is pharma. So pharmaceutical industry is very big. Pharma tech is the big growing area. So I don't have to read out of this, but I would like to point out that 8 out of the top 10 global pharmaceutical companies have got their manufacturing plants in Ireland. 6 out of the top 10 selling drugs are manufactured in Ireland, which is something that a lot of people don't actually know. So I think anyone interested in this area, Ireland is a good place for you to consider. The other one is ICT. Ireland is known as the Silicon Valley of Europe simply because it has attracted a lot of the technical companies, companies from the US who are in the Silicon Valley there, to have set up base in Ireland. So it is a very, very good area to start off your career in a big multinational company, if that's what you're looking at. The other area we're very big in is fintech. So Ireland is home to more than 250 of the world's leading financial service firms. As you can see, it is the leading force in big data. Now, big data is the area that a lot of people are looking at. Industries are moving in that direction. There are new courses coming up in that. And Ireland is also the home to global analytical hubs of multinational brands. So that just shows you the opportunities that are available if you decide to study and you want to stay back and look for a job. The opportunities far outweigh the resources that we actually have in country, which is why the government is very keen to encourage young people to consider staying back when they've completed studying. Then we have business and management, the ever popular area. So these are some of the things that I think would be of interest. Of note, business analytics is a popular choice. Ireland is the second largest region in the world for business analytics. And then finance and digital marketing are part of Ireland's critical skills occupation list. So if anybody is interested in those areas, the chances again of getting employment very good. Banking and finance, also a huge thing for us, as you can see. And then we have hospitality and tourism. Now, we have in Ireland all of the big chains in terms of hotel management, in terms of hotels in the world. So, for example, if you start your hotel management course, in year 3 you'll start doing an internship period for about a year. And whichever chain you start off with, there's a very, very good chance when you complete your degree, you will go back to that same hotel because they probably want you, and then you get to move to other branches of the same hotel. So there's a lot of mobility in this particular sector. Creative arts are also a very big thing for us. We're very big in animation. So anything to do with animation, I think that's a very growing area for us. So in summary, Ireland is the only English-speaking country in the EU, offers the highest quality education. Ireland produces unique graduates who are creative, innovative, and work-ready. So this is the way we focused all of our courses, work-ready courses. Globally connected, home to over 1,800 multinational companies. The data from IDA Ireland shows that Ireland's international share of the workforce is currently 28%, which is well above the EU average of 14%. So this is something, due to the demand currently, this number is as you see it now. Of course, in 2 years, 3 years, the data may change, but the opportunities are there. So it's just something for you to consider, I guess. So in summary, I would say, stay connected to us. We are on social media, and we are available I'm available for questions if anybody wants to ask me anything right now, or you can meet me at the stand inside. Thank you very much.